Milton Keynes life, roundabouts.
You know where you're going, right?
I think so. I hope so. Where we are heading is to Red Bull Racing, Red Bull Formula 1 team.
That's quite cool.
It is quite exciting.
I'm wearing the appropriate attire, which people currently can't see.
We're in the Focus RS, the Heritage Edition. Ford are about to be powering Red Bull F1. It's a funny place, this. This is a city. It's kind of a city. It's basically big enough.
Yeah, I think it's a town, actually.
That was all purpose built, and it's roundabout to roundabout, but with decently paced roads between them.
Americans would be really confused, I think.
Well, it's quite a fun place to drive.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Now, we actually came up to Red Bull for RB17 when that was launched.
Which was also really cool.
Yeah, to take a first look at that. And when we were at Red Bull, we took a look around and saw some of the cars, the trophies, and all the other cool stuff.
The number of trophies is insane.
Yeah, and obviously at the time we didn't film it because the video was about RB17, but we spoke with the team and said, could we come back? Could we come and take a look?
Why did I stop dating this car?
M2's alright.
But this is so much fun.
It is a lot of fun. So I think a lot of the area to our left at the moment is kind of Red Bull and Red Bull Racing. A lot of the buildings around here,
yeah,
maybe.
I see some balls, more balls.
And then we are going to go in...
Shmoo would feel right at home.
Yeah. Blue Bull, though. It's the wrong colour. I think we're going in here. Technology campus?
Last time we took the wrong entrance.
Yeah, well, there are definitely some bulls, so we're in the right area. I like this, the curbs on the, on the ground. That's fun.
Very racetracky.
And look how well manicured the lawns are.
That's very English.
This is very, very on form. We didn't come in from this side before, but this definitely feels like the correct side.
I think this is the way we we departed last time.
The way we should have come in.
Such a cool facility.
And here we go. It is really busy. But hopefully we have a parking space.
Car park spotting.
Mark's Spider RS lurking right there. Is there a parking space? Yes, there's one visitor parking space remaining. Perfect. Anybody would think they've planned that. Reverse parking only.
Good that we're skilled reverse parkers.
Yeah, like that. Done. And you were saying the other day that one thing you like about this car is how, considering it's based on like a 2015 model, the camera works well. It's just easy to use, easy to live with.
The film is still on.
And now the radio's on as well because you pressed it. Touchscreen.
Well. It's all about staying up to date.
Let's go in, go say hello to people and figure out what's happening next. I don't think we've got some things, but I don't think we need to take them.
Shirt appreciation.
On theme. In fact, even more on theme given it's the 2023 Constructors Champions shirt. I'm going to come and have a quick nosy at Mark's car. We might grab him because we should probably talk a little bit more about it.
I think he said anybody can drive that, so maybe that's the car we should take back and Brad takes the Focus.
Yeah, Brad and Mark, all four of us are insured on the Focus. But this is Mark's roofless Spider RS. No, we saw it, of course, at Supercar Owners Circle.
We did, briefly.
In Italy. Yes, he came with that to Italy. Right, sun is shining. I'm getting blinded. We're here at MK7. Inside is like the museum tours and all sorts of fun stuff.
The trophies were in a different building.
Yeah, I think they're over there. And there are obviously some things we can film and some things we can't film. And we're just going to wing it and work it out as we go. Nice sight in front. Sorry, only one person at a time.
That's okay.
Morning.
This is cool.
Yeah, we have an issue. I've got a shoelace undone, so if I fall over...
Please don't fall over.
We'll sue Red Bull.
2009, 10, 11, 13, 16. Well, go back. 1989. Gerhard Berger becomes the first Red Bull athlete.
Oh God, you know what's crazy, Tim? You were born then.
I was already, turning 2. Got DC, Vettel. There's a lot of history that we're about to see.
Rick.
So around the corner here, I know because I've been here before. You know because you just had a sneak peek.
Yeah, I had a quick tour.
It's a cool room, isn't it?
It is incredible. Like, just... Can you see it yet?
This is absolutely amazing. Brad is saving his feet. We're whispering for a reason. Let me give you the mic back.
Thanks.
We're whispering because we can't go in the other room right now because they're filming.
Yeah, should we go and see in here though?
Come and have a look in this.
And...
He was wearing like a plaster on his face like in the early 2000s.
This is fashion.
So I came in here, obviously, when filming the RB17, it was right in the middle. But some of these were out because they were off being prepped for Goodwood.
Okay.
So come on then, Brad, let's test your skills.
Oh, I don't know.
What years are we looking at here?
This one is now.
This is current livery?
I'm not going to lie, I don't know. I've seen all of these cars, obviously. Like, I've seen... Oh, wait, hang on. That's RB1103. That's RB1604 MV.
MV, what's MV?
It might be Max Verstappen. Maybe.
But are they in the right place? Danny Rick?
Well, you can... Yeah. You should know,
crazy.
because these are generations I guess you watched a lot of.
Of course, over the time. It's interesting.
Wait, so
when you
what
see...
year was RB12?
Oh gosh, I don't know exactly which year is which.
Because I'm trying to work out
roughly 2015-ish.
Okay, because I don't think even then I was probably watching like that intently. Like now, we watch everything. But at that point, maybe not. Oh, I love the aero up top.
Yeah, looking back at those cars.
I mean, even this one as well, just the swooshes off the side pods. Now just isn't really a thing.
They've evolved a lot over the years. These things are constantly changing, right? Look at that. Look at that.
Schmark 150.
Shall we test Mark's knowledge? How's your knowledge on all of the different cars?
It's written down on every single sticker.
See,
so
we're smart.
I thought that until I figured out one that was wrong.
Oh, which one?
Oh.
I can't remember last time. And then I was like, okay, don't rely upon that system.
Oh.
Well, I'm just going to rely on the system because I don't know if it's right or wrong anyway. So.
Okay.
I'm just connecting the names to the numbers on the car. That could.
Yeah, true. Anything 33 is pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Is it?
Well, Max was 33 until he won, and then he became number one.
Yep.
So I think, for the last 4 years, he's ran number one, right?
Yes.
Including this year. How many years did Max have the 33? I don't know the answer to that.
I have no idea.
Somebody in the audience will.
Somebody will definitely
Someone
know.
is
The number of
screaming in the
people
comments.
in the world of F1 now, somebody's definitely... that wall's pretty cool. And we haven't even yet really covered the main event space.
Yep.
And gone to see the trophies.
Yep. There's just everything.
Everything.
Loads of things to go and see.
So in theory, this is this year's.
Yes.
I mean, it's liveried as this year's, but what's really confusing is often the previous year's show cars will be used as
just
examples
like
for the next year.
Yeah.
Like even at F1 75, right? The cars there weren't this year's cars.
For sure.
They were last year's cars and this year's livery.
Yep. Because if you show all of your new parts and shapes and stuff at that point, then teams could
Everyone
change things and
copies
copy.
it. Yeah. So that's why they wait for the launch week. My intricate detailing doesn't go that far.
Just getting the shots for the gram.
Getting the shots for the gram. The wheels are the 18-inch wheels though, aren't they? The bigger wheels. Obviously, you look at the older cars, they've got like tiny little wheels.
This is chassis RB20 SC03.
There we go, reliveried for the 21, which is current. We've come for a sneak peek. Everyone knows what's under here.
Yes. RB17. Can you teach me all about it?
I could do quite the introduction because this is the car under the cover on the pedestal as per when I took a look at it right ahead of the Goodwood Festival of Speed. So,
The suspense.
introducing RB17. The 17, of course, references the car that didn't exist in Formula One form as of the changing regulations at the time. But what you're effectively looking at is the ultimate in track performance, track day hypercar that can match F1 lap times.
Yeah, which is just bonkers to think about.
It's completely bonkers. Give you some numbers, 900 odd kilos, 1200 horsepower, V10 revs to 15,000 RPM. It's absolutely ludicrous in every possible way. And when you start looking closely at the aero and shapes, and obviously this was the original body, and customers have been working really closely with the team here, which is what's so interesting to me because it's evolving even further. I've been privy to see some exciting things and be able to tell you that what's going to come is even crazier. Look at it. Like, look at the aero chance. This is obviously the first time you've seen it.
Yep, in person, yeah. Obviously edited the video that you filmed.
Yes, true.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Extreme is probably a really good way to put it.
Look at this. Look, right down the way the wing, that's the rear wing that goes down to the floor.
Yeah.
But then one interesting thing always for me about it is that, full race car, but there are also little spaces for some luggage. There's a lift system available.
Usable.
You can let your imagination run with this, maybe, and what direction it'll go in. It's actually quite fun seeing the Red Bull logo on a car. I don't remember if it had the bulls on the front. That's new. I didn't remember that being there before. It's so open. It's all about negative space. When you want to go for the ultimate in performance, look at the side pods. It's just like on an F1 car.
Yeah, just
Like,
the curves and the lines.
Super tight teardrop cabin. And then obviously just everything shrink wrapped around it. So 50 of them in total. And I'm lucky to know a couple of people who are getting them, and the excitement is pretty unreal, as you can imagine.
I'm interested by like specs. What colours?
I presume most people will do a tribute to F1.
Yeah, true.
You know, I don't know to which year. Presumably, RB19, 23 will be the big one, the dominating year, when Max absolutely won everything except one race, right? 21 out of 22.
Yep.
Yeah, nuts. I'm sure we're going to be seeing lots of this in the future. I'm not necessarily sure if I even want to be in it. The G-forces, it will be an intense ride.
Yep.
Like in the hand of a capable driver, a normal person's neck won't handle it.
It'll be full ragdoll.
Like I mean, when I went in the Valkyrie AMR Pro, which was of course it started life as a Newey project, that was extreme, and this is even more.
These guys are just chilling.
No, I'm just in awe. Like I'm taking in the car. I'm letting it, like, you know.
Mark's doing business.
Yes.
Just had to sit down and admire it.
You're speccing your RB17, dreaming big. Carefully does it.
This is a very heavy duty cover.
It is, although before we cover the wheels and tyres, that's also interesting.
Yes.
There's different sets. So they developed with Michelin a confidential tyre. Then in addition to that, there's also another slick tyre. Then there's the treaded tyre, and there are two different sizes, so 18s and 20s. Because obviously different size tyre availability.
It's nice seeing the like colourful branding on the sidewall as well. Rather
Clearly,
than just black.
Partner of the project.
Yeah.
It's the only logo other than the Red Bull logo on the front of the car. So hidden away for now.
Covered.
Just like that. Ready for the next sneak preview.
We should go and see some other stuff. What can we find next? Are you just going to make it
Well, we
look
need to go to the main room, but
Yes. We have to be quiet when we go in there. We have to whisper.
well, we'll have to wait until the filming's finished before we go and take a look around, I think.
We have to whisper.
ASMR content. ASMR content.
No. We're not doing ASMR content.
This is MK7, the event space,
Yeah.
and now we can come in. There's lots of people around with different things. Oh,
This is
quite
fun. I just spotted this. I was like, why is there a Stormtrooper helmet? But I'm guessing by the looks of it, they had the pit crew and pit teams to wear it.
In 2005, disruption of F1 status quo with the team bringing a whole new energy to the sport.
In Monaco. That's quite fun.
Right, come on in though.
Should we go to like the elephant in the room?
The F1 cars.
Yes.
The full like history of Red Bull. Here.
Simulators, please nobody trip over.
So we're going to come to the RB19 in the
Yes.
middle in a moment. This is everything, right? This is everything from DC through Vettel, through Verstappen cars, and
Yes,
the odd
there's
one out, which we're going to come to.
the white
So
car.
wait, where are we? RB1, Coulthard, back at the time.
We didn't
Obviously-
check years, did we?
I don't
Do
know
we know?
all the details. I don't know all the details.
Well,
but
we know enough details. This had 19 races, 0 wins, 0 poles, 0 podiums.
very different to the statistics when you get to the 19th car.
Yes, when you look over that way, it's like, whoa.
Domination.
We'll get to that. RB2.
So RB1, RB2, RB3, RB4. So this is when Webber got involved. Then obviously when Vettel came in, and that's where
Yep.
things changed a lot. 6 wins that year. Then this one, this is actually an RB4. But the interesting thing about this car is this was DC's final car.
Yes.
So the other teams all agreed that Red Bull could have the two cars in different colours, and DC could race in this, in his last livery, like his final swan song with Red Bull Racing.
I like this. Is this in like colours for him?
And I think the
guessing.
swan, right?
I don't know.
Everybody loves I mean, this was, yes, the Wings for Life charity support, basically. Everybody loves when teams do a one-off special livery. Something about it's really cool.
Yep.
And actually, when the new white livery popped up on this year's grid,
Yep.
everybody was also like, yeah, actually, that's
Do
really
you think
cool.
the livery changes now are more of a thing?
It's so subtle.
I guess
mean,
I haven't watched enough of the older
quickly
stuff.
pan around here. The changes between the 12 to the 19, right? It didn't really change.
No.
It
But
doesn't
like
change a
now,
lot.
you see race by race things change. Like Miami, did Ferrari do something a bit different? Was that when the car went a
Just
little
put a
bit
tiny
blue?
little bit of blue on it.
Like
but
there's
tiny
a
bit
few.
of
There's a few.
Everybody
changes.
wanted the whole car to be blue, but no.
Yep.
So other teams have to approve, I think, these kind of things as well sometimes.
RB8, RB9.
That was dominating. 13 wins out of 19 races.
Oh, this is cool. So this is when Vettel was number 1.
Yeah, so world champ.
Yeah.
Obviously he won 4. Obviously I say 4.
1.
I think he won
2,
4.
3, 4.
We're going to go with it.
We'll just go with that. It's fine. We're learning and guessing as well.
Then obviously young Max gets involved. There's a couple of wins each year. It's interesting actually to see that between Daniel and Max.
I love that photo.
Oh yeah.
The iconic dive into the pool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then obviously the game changed once you get around here.
Yep, and that's where you go 22 races, 21 wins.
And the statistics are bonkers.
I mean, that's
to win 21 of the 22 races in one season, just upset by one Ferrari win, I think, along the way.
Yep.
Just from the clean sweep.
Carlos Sainz in Singapore, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take your word for it. But if that's true, then well remembered.
Now, the other thing you notice as we walk around, ignoring the liveries, the design of the cars.
Yes.
They go in batches. Obviously, these are all Halo equipped, pretty consistent.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I didn't even look and like spot that Halo.
Yeah. Well,
when
you don't really.
appeared.
You're not drawn to it. It's satin black on the car, so you don't see it in the design. But as you go back, it just changes slightly. Things get a little bit edgier. You have the insane complexities of the wings in this era. Like when you start looking at this, you've got additional wings bolted onto the nose, and you've got wings on wings on wings.
And then things that just pop up out of nowhere.
This is a wing. Then you've got a wing on a wing, and then you've got an end plate on a wing on a wing on a wing.
With another wing,
and then you've got
end plate.
another end plate on the wing, on the end plate, on the wing, on the end plate of the wing.
Do you know what's quite fun as well? The
I mean, it's a Red Bull, right? It's a Red Bull. It gives you multiple wings.
Oh yeah.
All the wings.
I enjoy when they've changed obviously to satin. Like everything here backwards is always a glossy car, and then you get to the new stuff and they've gone for obviously the satin.
And there's Tim who doesn't really like satin cars.
I mean, race cars are different, but obviously you also see when the Aston Martin partnership was strongest when they're on the tails,
true.
on the wings of the cars, on the wings. There's wings everywhere. And then the RB4 was the funny era, the RB4 and the 3 before it, when they had this kind of oval wing at the front.
Yeah, like the curve, the swoop in the front.
But this has always been F1, right? F1 is always about trying to get ahead of everyone else by figuring out the best way within the regulations to maximize the efficiency of the car and the aerodynamics of the car.
There's actually, when you stand and look at this, and then you look over the other side of the room, it's like I'm just looking at the nose, right?
Yeah.
I see there's a small opening there, I guess, for some airflow or something, and then you look over there, now the opening is actually quite big. Subtle, because obviously it's satin, you don't really see it.
Yeah, they changed a lot.
There's so much.
I really like this era of livery, and I like the pinstripe details, the checkered flag in the front.
Oh, Michelin tyres as well on this era.
It's changed a few times over the years, haven't they?
Yeah.
But this is early 2000s when Michelin were very much involved in F1.
I love the old cars. I really do. Just the new stuff's cool, but it's just so different from how these generations work. Should we talk about this car as well?
So
Given
this
it's in the middle of the room.
Star of the show. I mean, star of the show. Obviously, this was 2023, but Max winning again in 2024.
Yeah.
The question always is show car or real car? These days they're so good.
You can
I
see
don't
the black
even know.
somewhere, maybe.
But obviously 2023, one of the most impressive achievements of any
domination, right?
motorsport effort of all time. Very cool.
It's not much else said on that. This is, that's the car.
Yeah.
This is that domination of F1.
Really special to be able to just take a look. Normally it would live right over there. It's been pulled into the middle for some photos and things right now. But very cool.
You think steering wheels, like in a modern car, are complicated now with their touch controls and stuff, and then you get something like this.
Anybody who looks at a modern Ferrari and says that's difficult, good luck to you with this.
Yeah, when you can change everything.
Because there's the obvious stuff like being able to press to talk to your radio and changing your driving modes, but you hear so many codes over the radios.
Yeah,
on the
put it into
races.
B6A, and you're like,
wait, what?
And they probably just go boop, 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 done.
Yeah, but that will translate to something
Everything.
else.
ERS,
Adjusting
engine,
fuel
clutch.
mix.
Yeah.
You can adjust the bite point of your clutch. That would be so helpful in some like modern manual cars.
But can you imagine the complication? Because, if you think about even just shifting gears and making sure you're in the right gear at the right point for a quarter, but then they had to shift brake bias, gears, fuel burn, clutch settings.
I mean, you see in like the videos, right, of the F1 nowadays where you see the cockpit view and you see them just driving along doing whatever city speed and then just one hand on the wheel and one going boop, boop, boop,
It will
boop.
be like every lap. This corner you need this setting, this corner you need this setting, this corner you need this setting.
Yeah.
Constantly shifted around.
Yeah, it's not like just go out on track and drive and that's going to be all you need.
I was just saying that normally when we make a video, it's like this and a camera just rolls.
Yes.
Less of the big stage fright, big cameras.
Yeah.
We've just done an interview kind of recording. This is basically what we're here for today. I should give a very quick introduction. The De Agostini 1-8 scale
Yes.
RB19. It's the car behind us.
The car behind us.
But I'm going to hand over to an expert to explain this. Come on, talk to us about this.
Thank you, yeah. This is the, as Tim said, the 1-8 scale die-cast and ABS molded injection plastic. Buildable, you build it yourself, RB19 from Oracle Red Bull Racing, the protagonist of the 2023 season, winning 21 out of 22 races. and giving our mutual friend Max his third World Drivers' Championship.
There we go.
That's pretty good.
That was like the perfect introduction. But effectively, you receive a subscription,
Right.
parts arrive, and you build this at home.
Yeah,
it doesn't come like this.
The way you do it at D'Agostini is you don't pay in one go, you don't make the process in one go, we don't send the thing in one go. It's a subscription model. We send the assembly stages in packets to your address, to your door, with the assembly guides, with the build instructions, and you get to build it yourself. Why do we do it this way? Two main benefits, I think, for most people. Number one, you don't pay for assembly. Like if you go to an individual retailer, a specialist in 1/8 scale replica motorsport models, in some cases you're paying 5 figures in the UK, pounds, euros, whatever it may be.
For sure.
With this, you don't pay for assembly. Nobody is building it yourself, so it's effectively 10 times cheaper than it would be going to a replica dealer who sells these things outright. And the second benefit is you split that cost over the course of, I think this one's 20 months to build it.
Can I give another benefit? It's also fun
It's also fun
to
indeed.
build it and to learn the different stages, because there are things underneath the surface. With this, I believe the panels are all, the livery's already applied, right? as well,
Yeah,
so-
no paint needed, no glue, nothing like that. Everything as you see here is what the ultimate build is going to look like to subscribers. So no painting, no gluing, no getting your fingers stuck together with super glue, nothing of the sort. And as you've alluded to as well, inside the engine, the suspension details, the brake calipers, all of these things, the manifold, are replicas of the original car. So it's not just what you see on the outside, it's also on the inside. This thing is as close to a perfect copy of what we see on display
Literally
behind us.
Right behind us. That was one of my favourite things when I started with the Ford GT originally.
Yeah.
Back about 5 years ago now. Time absolutely flies, and I've shared some of that at the time. But obviously, being able to go through that process, and then once finished, you've understood, learned a little bit about it, and you've got this pretty magnificent thing to have on display afterwards. We're kind of part way through a number of the other builds from the product portfolio.
Which ones are you currently building out of my own interest?
Gosh, we've got the Lotus F1. I've got to do the final parts of the Ford GT. We've got the Ghostbusters Ecto.
The Ecto 1, fantastic.
Yeah. We've got, oh gosh, the GTR.
Nissan Skyline
Yeah.
GTR, yep, okay.
Dom's Charger. Yeah, basically too many. We need to get finished.
Are you going to have space for the RB19 then?
Of course we're going to have space.
There we go.
I'm lucky to have a big space, and there will be, when everything is finished, we will have a huge display for it all.
Oh, we're also building the Ferrari 330.
Oh, of course, the 330 P4.
But
More
we just
motorsport
got
history.
The first,
That's just
6
started.
seats.
Yeah, but this
Fantastic.
is really nice to see. In its completed state, we'll see that in about 20 months' time.
I'll see it online. I'll see it on my smartphone. So
Thank you for
you,
showing us around it. It's race time.
Yeah, but
I thought you said you weren't going to race.
well, I can't really either reach the pedals or see the gears I'm in, so I might just take the parking space.
How do you do this? Flying lap? Is that what you did? It's weird with no sound on right now. Whoa, that was weird. Yeah, that was weird. At least I can drive out of the gravel.
Hey, I'm on the
Oh,
road.
don't go full throttle when you've just driven out of the gravel.
I don't know what you're doing, but I'm on the tarmac. They're certainly not going to recruit me for some esports team.
What track are we at?
I was wondering that. Where am I?
Wait, there's a tunnel? Wait, isn't this in like Japan? Do you even have a map?
I don't have a map. No, why would I have a map?
Well, Tim has a map.
Oh,
It
yeah,
feels Italian. Is it Italian? I'm really confused about where I am, and it's bugging me.
this is not. No, I don't know.
Where is this?
It's not Mexico, is it?
No. Mexico is quite recognizable because of the way it goes through this amazing like arena.
Just Google it.
I feel like I'm getting
Not
better at this.
Interlagos.
I mean, I'm not fast, but I feel like I'm getting better. Huh? I'm staying on the road.
Do you know what this is telling me though?
What?
But Tim has a map though.
It's communicating a lot to me. It's telling me that we are missing a simulator at the Shmuseum. Like, that is entirely what this is telling me.
Oh,
What?
I know where it is.
Where is it?
No, I've definitely not Googled.
Give us a continent.
Is it in Italy?
No.
Is it in Europe?
Actually, I was right.
What did you say?
I think I was right. Is that so?
Is it Japan?
Is it? This is Suzuka in Japan,
Yeah.
then yes, I was right.
Interesting. I've never been to Suzuka.
So, okay, so the reason I thought is I recognised this like weird loop underneath thing from playing video games. Like, what's going on here?
Don't put me off. You said, no, it's funny. It's typical gamer thing. You said, I recognise this weird loop thing. So I look down there and the next thing I know, I'm going the wrong way.
I'm quite proud of that. I wouldn't have known it was Suzuka, but I just knew it was that.
Suzuka it is.
If we get a simulator, are we going to create a Twitch account and stream ourselves driving? Brad giving a thumbs up.
I say yes.
A Shmuseum Twitch account.
That'd be fun. We can race like, we can go on iRacing and race Max at Lando and lose.
Yeah, I mean lose.
Are you giving up? Where are you driving?
How do I reverse?
That's a tractor.
Oh no. Wait, when I brake, I go into reverse. Great.
So I'm at Spa-Francorchamps.
Are you in manual or in auto?
Manual.
Okay, this was in auto. I'm glad I've played these games before, so I can now set this up properly. Traction control medium, ABS off. Is it bad if I change it to a different car? Tim, can I race in a car that's not a Red Bull at the Red Bull
Yeah.
HQ? Yeah?
I mean, it's a sim. You can race in whatever you want to race
Okay,
in.
well, listen, if they get upset, just... Where are you at? Spa. Let me come and join you. Although Spa's not a good place for me to drive because you just are going to be faster.
Because he's driving a Red Bull.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Nothing to do with having done many laps here in real life.
I've actually done some real laps. I did about 3 or 4 in the wet, quite slowly.
I wonder how many I've actually done. Are you at Brands Hatch or is it Brad's Hat?
I'm at a British circuit.
Are you at Silverstone?
Yes. I was flying and then I went off
Flying
track.
down the Hanger Straight.
Yep.
Hanger Straight. It's an airfield. Oh no, you kept it on.
Yeah.
Kept on the tarmac. Ooh.
I'm already going
Playing
off
with
track limits, so.
there. Okay, so this lap's already disqualified.
Yep. Unfortunately. Oh, don't bounce on the sausage curbs. Can I just stay here for the rest of today?
Maybe. There are some trophies for us to go and look at.
Shall we just leave?
Oh, I can go and collect my trophy for winning.
Collect your trophy.
Yeah.
Max might have something to say about that.
I challenged Max to a race on a simulator.
Good luck.
Well, I didn't say what type of simulator. Flight simulator. Farming simulator.
Probably still good luck, to be honest.
I want to race Max in a tractor.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Testing.
Good. How many of the Formula 1 drivers that have driven for Red Bull have you either met or filmed with?
Fewer for Red Bull than most other teams.
I mean, we can just go down the line.
Being completely honest, far fewer. Max no, Perez no. Liam yes. Daniel yes.
Yeah.
Vettel and Webber been in the same place but never filmed or done something with. DC filmed with. And the earlier guys no. So a really small list
Wow.
of Red Bull drivers.
We need to change that, I think.
If anybody's watching,
It's that time of day.
it's a Red Bull time of day.
It's Red Bull time of day.
Funnily enough, when at Red Bull, there's an unlimited lifetime supply of Red Bull. Now that was the noise to get on ASMR earlier.
Yes. It's also the sound of wings and energy. Now you know that I'm gonna start talking.
Yeah, now it's going to get louder and faster. Back in the sim? Set lap record?
Heavy right foot. No. I really need, I'm not good at it. It's not
You did
disputable.
well.
I did okay.
You did okay.
I did one lap where I completely stayed on tarmac, and I think
More practice. We'll get one at the Shmuseum.
I think that would be good.
Lap record setter in the making. Sun is shining today
And we were at the Stewart building.
because inside here,
Don't say it yet. There's some
Let's
cool
see.
things.
There are some cool
There's some cool things to show.
The boss is in the building.
Yeah, prime parking. I mean, I guess you kind of have that at the Shmuseum, right? You just park wherever you want.
But it's kind of like, that's a Formula One thing if you've been to visit any of the other places. There are also more F1 cars.
Yes.
Everywhere you look, there's
As
a
if
car.
we haven't seen enough.
Even
And there's
mounted on the wall.
a couple of trophies on either side, and that's it, obviously.
This is where you start looking. Oh, that's Silverstone. This is where you start looking at what they all are. Barcelona.
I think the others, can you see that one?
Where's that from? I'm not actually sure where that's from.
There's P3 at the United States Grand Prix, and then this is the Dutch. That's second place. That's quite cool for second place, to be fair.
Yeah, nice trophies. And then inside, come through here. This room is quite frankly amazing.
Just look up.
Like,
Just look up.
Of trophies all around us up here, and it spins all around. In fact, we can go upstairs and have.
I found my favourite trophy.
Yeah, I know which.
Do you know which one I like? This one, because a certain Lando Norris broke this one.
That was Max's trophy. That when Lando, he like slammed the champagne bottle down, didn't he? And it fell off and it just broke. But I like that they made a new one, a replacement one.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. I was just looking at the broken pieces.
Yeah,
what else do we have?
Third.
What's this one? United States Grand Prix 2023. There's a lot of trophies.
For the length of history, this is an enormous collection.
Yeah, it's insane. It's incredible. Should we go upstairs and have a look?
Yeah, go have a better look.
Oh.
Constructors' trophies.
Okay, yeah, I've just realised what this is.
So this is the 2023 year. I presume they have examples of these at all the manufacturers, the Formula One teams around the world. Because obviously 2024 was McLaren.
Yeah, and this, I guess, just shows all of the different teams that have won each year,
from the beginning.
basically.
If you go to the very bottom, it would be from the 1950s.
63, 64.
Yeah, from when they started doing constructors.
Very
so obviously you've got a whole kind of ring of Mercedes, Red Bull before that, and Red Bull after that.
It's cool seeing Williams, Benetton, all of the old
loads
stuff.
of all the teams that have won over the years.
Yep.
Just random things. Fastest pit stop. That's funny. 2022, 2023, 2018, 2020. I don't know what the story is with the shoes, but
They're shoes. You wear them on your feet.
2021. Have they done fastest pit stop every year? What does that say? For a moment, I was like, does that say 2027?
They're
Predicting the
future.
Predicting the future.
There's a Mercedes on the wall. Although I think that's an overtake from the Red Bull.
Probably.
But wow.
Look at that. The question is, though, where do the next ones go?
You just build up further. Maybe not that wall.
That wall's kind of embedded.
Do you think these cabinets here on this side were like the overflow? Because this one's obviously fitted. Yeah, that's fitted into the wall. And this is just room
expanded.
to build.
Isn't it really interesting how much detail goes into designing these? You know, I'm seeing some of the shape of the circuit. Those are the ones that immediately stand out where they're from.
For sure.
But some of them have so much ornate detail and design in them, the colours in them, different shapes and things. Really cool to look around.
It's almost like you just don't know where to look. There's...
Wait, look at this. Look at the Barcelona one here at the left.
Oh, wow.
The design
That's
of
pretty cool. You can see that? Yeah, you can see that.
It's pretty crazy. And then some of the enormous ones, like down here, and just the different shapes of them. That is quite the room.
Yep. I'm a little bit speechless. It's just quite hard to describe seeing this much.
There aren't many places in the world that can have this many Formula One trophies.
No, for sure.
Like here, McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari.
Yeah.
That's kind of it around the world. McLaren have it set up. Don't think Mercedes or Ferrari do. Nothing like this, nothing at all. Set up that you can go and see.
Have you picked a favourite trophy that you can see?
A favourite trophy?
Yep, design or whatever you want.
I haven't picked a favourite, but that's quite funny.
Which one are you on about? Oh, the gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is that? I'm assuming France. Okay. Well, I've just had my favourite stolen.
Oh, really?
One constructs obviously in the mouth of whatever animal that is. Yeah, really cool. I just can't figure out where it is.
Lots of zoom.
No.
Back into the sunshine we go.
Who's driving? What? All aboard.
Aboard. All aboard.
Who's driving what?
Who wants to drive what?
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Well, it depends. Do you want to drive the Porsche?
Quite happy. No, I'm all right going in the Focus. Brad's driving the Porsche. Mark,
it's fine.
are you going with Brad?
Yes, it's cool.
You driving the Ford?
No.
Oh, do you want to drive the Porsche?
I guess I'm driving.
No.
I'm driving the Focus.
I'm passenger princess.
And then you can get a flyby of this at 9,000 RPM.
Good luck. I look forward to it. Actually, that'd be cool. We'll do it.
Oh wait, hang on. You need this.
Yeah, I do need that.
There you go. We'll have a trade.
Thank you.
Yeah, but if you feel fast, then we have a mic. You can hear us.
Do I want to?
I don't think we want to hear them.
Right. Whee. Okay.
Oh, let me get a water out of the boot, please.
Coast manual. We ahead of them?
Yes. They're still puffing. Oh, they're
goodness.
puffing around with the roof.
Can't you just get a car where you press a button and it does it?
Mark said no.
He said no?
I said, should we take the roof off? And he went, yeah. I said, how long does it take? He said, oh, just 30 seconds.
Well, see you on the road.
Yeah, bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Oh god, this looks tedious. Are we waiting?
The biggest problem with the Spider is that the roof process is a process. It's not immediate, is it? We'll talk more. We'll probably do a drive in it at some point on a video. I think we're going to wait because I want to hear it on the road. And we've got some good roads and roundabouts here to hear it properly.
Brill.
I'm just amused at how long this takes.
Still not done?
Wait, almost.
I like how he said done before he had clicked those things down.
You could have been home by now.
Probably.
Feels like it. Looks good here though. Did we just miss a GT4?
We did. Maybe we should go and catch up.
I think we're going to go the correct direction, but the GT4 went that way. We are in the heartland of enthusiast drivers though, when you're around places like this. And national speed limits. This isn't warm enough to start going pop pop bang yet. Bye-bye Red Bull.
Bye-bye.
We'll be back again soon.
Cool stuff coming.
Guesswork, where are we going? Got no nav set. Left? I'm going to go with left. I think it's left.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know any better.
I literally don't know.
It doesn't give you really like the motor.
He's indicating right.
Okay.
I don't have a nav set. I don't know. I'm just thrown off by the fact he's indicating right. Let's go. Should we go round the roundabout until we know where to go?
It tells me where we were going to go, so left.
So the way that would have been left.
Yes.
Perfect. That's what I thought. I should have gone with my instinct. This is the direction we came from, which normally would be correct for the direction you're going in. What's sticking out from that? Do you see something to the left?
Oh yeah, on the left. That looks weird.
I don't know what it is, but I don't want to. You could do some damage with that.
I don't think that's something that, usually does a lot of really on-road driving, and then we turn.
Second junction. No.
We follow this road, so we go left.
Left.
Yeah.
Left
Well,
towards.
kind of. It's considered straight.
Yeah,
so
left
this
is
way.
signed as London, so that sounds quite likely. Not me having fun with my car.
I like these little pops.
That's right, so we're going to have to slow down and wait to get some Spider RS noise. Brad is completely boxed in. He's stuck between cars.
First exit at the next roundabout.
Left again. Kind of straight.
Yeah, kind of straight.
I think it must be second exit. Does sound nice, that. That's really nice. London A5, that's
Yes,
where I'm going.
That's correct.
Do we have a car to the side of us? Nope, we can take that lane.
Who is this Roofless?
Roofless. Hi, Roofless.
What?
Roofless.
Yeah, roofless.
Roofless.
Roofless. Okay, driving roofless. Yeah.
I've got the sun, it's blinding.
I've brought a hat.
So I like how none of us knew where to go.
No, I did. I got it here.
Yeah, but you were indicating right.
Yeah, and you did a full loop.
To go left, because my nav said left.
Oh, mine now said right. Well, mine now said left after Red Bull, but
How funny. What nav are you navving with?
what do you think?
Waze.
Obviously.
So it's funny it took us different directions.
I think it needs an exhaust.
It does have the OPF muted type of sound, that slightly muffled
Yeah.
versus the old 4-litre flat sixes from Porsche. Like you can tell it's just that little bit not as sharp.
It looks sharp though.
Also looks roofless. Let's see if we can get. Here we go. Nice. that sounds better. Needs some higher revs. Still doesn't have the sharpness, but pretty good way to go about things. Pretty good way. Another thing I'm going to point out, because I think it's really funny, I know that in this car, right, it slightly overreads, so about 72, 73 is a real GPS 70 miles an hour. But for whatever reason, the iPhone can't tell what speed you're actually going. It's to do with the heated windshield, but it always thinks, therefore, that you're going
way over.
So at 50, when you're going 50, it will tell you 55.
Yep.
I find it really funny.
I also,
it makes you think that we're speeding, but we're not speeding.
I had the same problem in the STO.
Yeah, it's the windscreen tech stuff.
And it's really confusing. I think it's similar in the BYD.
But why is it then that my Android phones work fine in this car, and I must have had 5 or 6 Android phones at the time we've owned this car, and they've all been fine, but the iPhones can't do it?
But it's also, I think it's just, I'm on the 15, right? I'm not sure if the 16 does it, and I think my previous one, which was a 13 or maybe a 12, also didn't do it, so that was fine. So it's currently just, for me at least, the 15.
Oops, sorry, that was weird. I don't know why we're completely stuck. Can I get out of here? I've gone a bit closer to the car in front than I meant to.
He's moving.
Whee! Teamwork makes the dream work.
I love convoy driving.
A little bit of working together makes it very easy to make good progress. Brad saw what I was up to instantly, which I appreciate. Oh, speed limit on the motorway.
Seems to be busy.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not surprised. Afternoon, rush hour, etc, etc. Wow, it's gonna be a bit of a cruise. It doesn't look busy.
It does not look busy.
But it is what it is.